Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk about the formation of souls because uh, I don't believe that God makes souls. I think the reason why I'm struggled so much with this planet is because there's too many souls here, and I wouldn't have made too many souls. I wouldn't have wanted what I've gone. I wouldn't want a life that I've gone through. And if having too many souls is the reason why I've gone through it in such an extreme way, I wouldn't have done that. And so, therefore, I don't believe that I had anything to do with the making of souls. I believe that what I'm going through is kind of like a purchase of souls, um, merging whatever my soul with the souls that are on Earth. I feel like there's definitely a merging, and in a way that could be like the wedding, but it's more like the good wedding. I feel like there should be two weddings, like a bad one, which is how in the Bible there's quite a few stories of I can't remember the names, but there was a bad marriage where he married the wrong person, and then a good one. And I feel like the bad one is when like people, I don't know, you know what to do, whatever. But yeah, when it comes to the making of souls, this is my belief, which is that okay, insects are actually the smallest. Like I'd say souls start in the sea, but I feel like insects, I don't feel like I have much to do with the insects, although I do think that the bee is very important. But at the same time, I think the bee, you need the bee. The bee is what makes pollen, and so every single planet that ever has life on it needs the bee. And therefore, I don't know which god created the bee, but I might have taken the surname from that. But of course, other gods might have named the animals different things. Hence, whatever their name is, they would, get they'd probably always take whatever that creature is and take that name as being their surname. So, but I think the bee is just like, that's probably one of the oldest, one of the first, like whenever the first planet was made with life, that would have been one of the animals definitely made on it. And I don't really know the beginning of it because I think it's so long ago, and um, I don't know. I can't tell you too much, but I feel when it comes to the souls, when I look at bugs, like when I look at an ant, that's probably one of the smallest. I know you can get microscopic ants as well, but I feel like there is something in them. Like on one hand, I feel like they're like a robot. Like I keep getting a vision of that Big Brother Wendy house. It doesn't really matter. And then there's like this dog that's like a robot. I think when it comes to bugs, I see them a little bit like robots, but at the same time, they do have choice. If you put your finger in front of an ant, it has the choice to go left or right. Now, if you do it to different ants, you'll see that some go right and some go left, and it's not necessary. Is it a robot? Is it? I don't know. Like, I think there might be something in it, like a soul in it, but it's like the very a baby is created by an egg and a sperm. I feel like there is something in it that makes a soul, but it's not necessarily a soul. Like it's hard to explain, but I feel like after whatever that is formed, whatever the earth forms inside bugs, it lives a bunch of lives as a bunch of bugs or whatever, different species making its way up, and then it goes into the sea. And I feel like that is when it first becomes like a proper soul, because I see like fish as being animals. I don't know if they're necessarily more intelligent than an ant or a bug, because bugs can be quite intelligent. But the thing is, I feel like bugs are kind of like robots, and therefore, if a bug seems intelligent, it could be more the DNA or whatever's inside it. It's not. I don't even want to call it DNA because I feel like DNA is linked to me, and I don't think bugs are linked to me in any way. I feel like that's just. I don't even know. Do they have? Do they even have blood? I don't. I'm sure they do have blood because I'm sure they bleed. Like a mosquito has blood, but then that just takes it. I don't know bugs. I just feel like my knowledge on bugs is, I've seen a few programs, and the praying mantis, according to the Spice Girls, goes up to someone and pees on them. And I don't know. There's just all these weird facts and theories that I hear from strange places. But yeah, bugs are very interesting. But at the same time, I feel like the earth makes them, and I feel like there's whatever it is in them. Maybe it's a soul. Maybe it's a. I don't feel like I can call it a soul. Even a beetle, like there is intelligence in it, but I feel like I don't know if I should call it a soul or not. But I feel like once it's gone from there into and managed to make its way, do a journey into the sea, and then become a fish, I feel like that is when it properly comes like a soul, and then it goes up the chain and goes back onto land, and then it becomes like an animal, like a wren or something. And the screen's frozen. A wren. I love the wren birds, and I've noticed that wren sounds like Gwen, but they're really cute, and I think they're the smallest. The wren birds are the smallest animals. But yeah, Gwen is. I would say that Gwen is probably the biggest because she represents the tormentor. So it's interesting how you've got Wen and Gwen, that like the opposites, the biggest and the smallest things. Because anyway, and the Roboroskis as well are cute. But yes, so that's just all I wanted to say.